32, 2 and 5. Y'all have to excuse me. I stayed up all night because I had told my goddaughter, I had took her to supposed to be a friend's house, and it was supposed to be a wake because of some young man that got killed. So here it is, I told her I want her in at 12 o'clock, and she texted me, telling me that the friend's mother going to bring her home. So I called, she didn't answer. I got to think about some kids going to text me when I gave order already.
Amen.
So I texted her back when she didn't answer. I will come in and build your behalf. You better call me when I call you. You know, so if you call real quick and said, put your butt home. I don't care what's going on no more. So you came on home. So, no, I ain't going to play that.
Amen.
You know, we got to get a hold of our children.
Amen.
We got to, because the devil is so cunning. Kennedy already knows. I only popped her one time, and I thank God I never had to touch her again. Kenny like, ooh, you hit me? That's my baby right there. You know, it's a blessing that we talk to our children. We communicate with our children. Let them know who you are. You know, you will lose some brother son if you gave me your son every day and you working like you working, but you barely see your kids, and I'm the one always talking to them. That means I have control of your kids better than you do. That means I can do whatever I want with them, and you'll tell them, go to your room. They'll look at me like, is it okay? So, I'm just being honest with you. We have to communicate with our children. We have to spend time with our children. The TV shouldn't be spending more time with your children than you do. The computer shouldn't be spending more time with your children than you do. You know, my daughter now has a cell phone, and I'm still like, you know, I was scared to tell her, well, man, I know you disagree with it. Yes, I do, but you don't have a house phone, so I kind of lighten up a little bit. But the enemy will come to your children any kind of way. So even yesterday, I was very proud of her. She said, Dad, I don't even use the phone that much. I said, all right. And then when you was coming in, turned it off. So, thank you, baby. Amen. Isaiah 32, 2 and 5. I think I'm going to stay in Isaiah for a minute. You know, we're going to celebrate today the baby's birthday. Somebody say, happy birthday. Come on, call my name. Call my name. He was sleeping through the praise and worship, but call my name. I'm awake now. Out of me. God better watch out for that little one right there. Y'all missed it Wednesday night with her and Joy. They take over the church in a minute. Okay. Isaiah 32, 2 and 5. Dry land, a time for water. We've been going through long enough. There are those that have already been planting. There are those that have been pressing. There are those that are taking their time out. And whatever it takes to help with the ministry, whatever it takes to help with the pastor, I thank God for that. It's time to come out of the dry land. Amen? Amen. Okay. And a man shall be at a hiding place from the wind. That means he's already protected. He cannot be blown. And it covered from the tempest. Rivers of waters in a dry place, at the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim. Let me try that again. And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim. I'm going to stop there for a quick second. You know, as I'm reading, he just talked to me. When I was reading at home and all that, it's like, okay, that's what I want to read. But sometimes when I get up here, he just opened up more pages. So those that have the eyes to see what they've been laboring or what they've been doing. I can't say that. You know, I'm bold enough to say it. That's the planning the way I've been planning when I was at. Even Sister Lasandra knows, besides Evangelist, that I could stay in a vacant house with no money and know that I was taken care of. Because I was planting. You understand? I was planting. I was making sure that the church was taken care of. I would sacrifice myself to make sure that the church was taken care of. Evangelist said last week, Pastor would make sure that not just himself, but each individual was taken care of. So if God had blessed me with enough, then I was making sure somebody else had. Amen? So what God is doing with us, we'll be able to see because we know what we're doing. We have to have the eyes to see, okay, the finance is trying to corrupt or things are being shady, but I see because I know what I've been doing. I know what I've planted. So I'm not going to worry about this. Amen? Amen. And the ears of them that hear shall hearken. I'm not worrying about the negative things because I've already heard the word of the Lord. If you try me, I'll prove you. You understand that? You got to get in your word to know about the finance. You got to get in the word to know about poverty. You got to get in the word to know about the richness. Okay? See, we have to be the man of faith, just to live by faith. That's who we are. You know, I believe in healing. I got the power to heal. I believe in that. But then the Lord said, son, what about, do you have the belief to know your finance can change? So I have to live in all area of my life by understanding I walk by faith. Amen? Okay. The heart also of the wrath to understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammer to be ready to speak plainly. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the sure said to be bountiful. So, we are to understand the dry land we've been in is about to change. If you never use your eyes before to see beyond where you at, you need to start looking now. I've been laboring, even when during the feast, if I never planned it before, I gave my time back there. We still had church, whether you know it or not. We still had church. How did we have church? We were loving on one another. We made sure each person had. If I see you down, I'm coming to grab you up. We had church Saturday at the feast. This brother went out his way and said, okay, I see a whole bunch of nappy heads. No, I'm joking. So he was cutting everybody's head. You understand? And he said, I don't need a child. But nobody knew what he or what she was going through. You see what I'm saying? No one knew. Just like she came in, she prayed and she preached and she worked her. But nobody knew what she was going through. So the thing is, we got to have the eyes to see beyond our situations and not just listen to all that negativity. I've planted some good times. I've planted some positive things. I've planted even in my lack of. So I'll expect bountiful to come out of that earth. Amen? You see what I'm saying? Because now you have to understand we're not just building this church or helping pastors, but we are helping each other and getting ourselves prepared for kingdom work because there's so many more people coming. You know, Deacon Charles and I were talking, and he was speaking the things that I was concerned about. I said, Lord, are we ready for over there? Because when we get over there, there's going to be so much stuff going on.
Amen.
So much stuff going on. So the enemy's already trying to hinder us from going there. I found out there was another fire on the building. You know, we talked about that, the one that we saw. So the enemy's trying to keep us from going forward. But guess what? We see beyond where we at.